Easily find, book, and manage your travel nursing assignments with the AMN Passport app. Download today. I This year ahead looks hopeful. I think that it is going to be focused more on focusing inward, realigning priorities. Like I said before, I want to add things to the calendar that fill my cup and that, I want to, you know, put things instead of just sporadically on there. I'm going to plan, you know, something for Father's Day or like plan something for my birthday and just like be intentional about the time I spend with my family and friends and, cultivating those relationships. And I think from a work standpoint, in the process of trying to be a Clin 3. So I'm like working on those things. I'm like, climbing that ladder. I'm being a part of some different projects and committees. I'm the chair of this one committee at work called the Wisdom and Wellbeing committee, which kind of like bleeds into what I like doing already, right? It's like, it's this program that it trains nurses and coworkers to identify stress on a continuum. So you're kind of able to identify coworkers who are like really going through stressors that aren't able to like bounce back from those things like they normally do because we all work in, like such stressful, high stress environments in the ICU. So being able to identify those people before it becomes a crisis, before it becomes like, like clinical depression or burnout or, mental illness. And then kind of, being an ear, being support for those people, and then trying to give them access to the resources that we have at our hospital.
That's awesome.
So yeah, it's a great, and
That's
this like program is just something that we had started. And I was like, if I'm going to be chair of a committee, this seems like pretty in my wheelhouse. So
yes,
like,
absolutely.
I'm excited to like focus on that and kind of bring some, mental health and well-being that I want to do in my like outside life and to like bring it into to work.
Mhm.
One thing actually that I started back in August, I started doing 5-minute meditations before our shift
I
starts
love that.
at 18:53. Yeah, because I work nights.
Oh my
So
gosh.
I started, and I got a couple people that like come and do it with me, but most of the
Oh,
time it's just like myself.
that's awesome though. Wait, I
But
love this.
it's just a great way to like, reset before the shift and like,
Hmm.
have a change in mindset and, just like change your mood, change your tone. And
This is like
yeah,
something I definitely am interested in and something that we should just brainstorm further someday about because I feel like um, I love reading like self-help books and, hearing motivational things. And I often feel like they're not geared towards nurses, where it's like, I read like the 5 a.m. club and they're like, yeah, you wake up at 5 a.m. and you should do all this before whatever. And I'm just like, but what if you work night shift, right? Like,
yeah,
they're like, how do you implement certain strategies when you live a life that is not the like 9 to 5, right?
yeah,
So
yeah,
I've often thought about that, like trying to help nurses. And then also now being a mom, I'm like, so much of this has fallen off in my own life since being a mom because I can't find time for things. And
yeah,
so, how do you implement some of these, like, I hate to call it self help, but like self help strategies where it's just like, how do
yeah,
you better your
tools.
life? Tools, yes. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. In these sort of non traditional situations.